10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, it's me, Jessica from EN Publishing. I'm here to do our monthly update to let you know what's going on, what we've got going on at the moment, and what's coming up with us at EN Publishing. Not quite as exciting as August update, because last August we had myself, Morris, and Mark Kenobi, designer of Split the Hoard, on here, and we were all playing a game of Split the Hoard. So that was a really fun episode, so you can go back and watch that on YouTube or on Facebook in the archives if you want to watch that for fun. But unfortunately this month it's just me, so not quite as exciting. But nevertheless, feel free to grab a drink. I've got a cup of tea, and just a relaxed half hour, we'll sit and chat, and I'll talk you through what's going on. Feel free to join in, so if you have any questions, pop them in the chat, and I will try my best to answer them if I know the answer. But if you're not watching this live and you do have any questions, you can always email me or Zin at admin@enpublishingrpg.co.uk, and we'll try and help you out there. So what is going on? It's a busy and fun time at EN Publishing, so I'll talk you through what we're doing and what's going on. Also, I apologize for my lighting today because it keeps setting in a weird place, but see, this feels too bright, but then I turn it off and it's too dark. What can we do? We just have to accept that I look very bright today. Anyway, so first of all, I'll talk through our shipping and fulfillment. So if you're one of our Kickstarter backers that has backed a project, thank you very much for your support, because as an indie publisher, we wouldn't be able to exist and do the things we do if we didn't have your support through crowdfunding. So first of all, thank you very much. Second of all, let's go through all the stuff and things we've got going on. So the Plane Striders Journal. So fulfillment has started this month in September for all the print-on-demand products. So if you've ordered the map, so the Captain Cobalt's Chart of Creation, or if you've got the big bundle that has the Gate Pass Gazette Annual 2022, that's a print-on-demand book. That is starting to be sent out to you, so you might receive an email notification, or you might have already received one. Just let you know the rest of your order, because one, it will be print-on-demand, and one will be coming from the warehouse, so you will receive 2 parcels. So your first parcel, please don't worry if you just have a map by itself. We haven't forgotten the rest of it, don't worry about that. So the plan was to send out all the other books this month as well, but unfortunately we had I did a update on the Kickstarter page with more details, but unfortunately our manufacturer has let us know that they're not going to run out of warehouses until early October, which is not the plan we had. Nevertheless, we're talking to them about that, and this means that books will be going out in October, so it will be a few more weeks until you're getting your main copies of the books. But the print-on-demand ones are starting to go out, so you should receive those throughout September, depending on what you order for that. But they are on their way, and of course, as well as the main Plane Striders Journal hardcover, we've got the soft cover of Captain Cobalt's Codicil, which comes with it as well. So they're at the warehouse in Europe right now, and we're going to be getting them in warehouses in October. So they'll be start going out there. There's more details on the Kickstarter page in the latest update. And if you send me a direct message on Kickstarter if you have any questions about your specific order, but hopefully the update answers all your questions about that. Fingers crossed for you. Next, we have the Void Runners Codex. We're using a different manufacturer from Plane Striders Journal for that, as an FYI. This has been so much fun to make because it's got so much stuff in it as the box set. So as well as the books, we're doing a new GM screen, and we've been finalising the design for that. It's got 4 big panels because there's a lot of information we wanted to put on there. So if you have the original GM screen for Level Up Advanced 5th edition, I use it all the time because I just find it so useful just having the references for things like fatigue and strife, like what the level things are, just as a quick note to remind me what they are. And we've done that for Void Runners Codex, but because we've got all the standard stuff plus all the stuff for Void Runners, we're taking up 4 panels, and we're just arranging that in a way that's quite, trying to make it logical and quick and easy to use in the same way that the original one is. So I'm really pleased with how that's coming along. Where we are in terms of manufacturing is right now we are finalizing all the files. So we had the white sample through from the manufacturer of all the bits, so we physically know how it's all going to fit together and what it's going to be. So we just need to get the digital print components sent to the manufacturer, get them to check everything, and then they're going to send us the sample for what it will look like with all the print stuff on it. and that's what's going on with that. The backer kit has closed, so we've got your orders in, so we know the numbers for the manufacturer to get that all sorted. So shipping, we think, is going to start with the manufacturer to us sometime November to January. We left it quite open because this is our first time doing a box set process, so we're just giving it plenty of time to get everything sorted. So I have put aside, I've said, you know what, I'm planning on box sets not even leaving the warehouses or arriving at the warehouses till like sort of February time. So we've left plenty of time for us to kind of get this shipped and sent out in good time. But it'll be the next year when you get your mitts on the physical box sets. The PDF, the digital versions of all this have gone out. So they'll either be in your Kickstarter inbox if you check your Kickstarter messages. And that's on the Kickstarter platform, not in your email inbox, just to clarify, or on your backer kit you should have links to download. I know some people have messaged me because they've had issues with the Starship manual on backer kit. If you're having issues with that, just send me a direct message on Kickstarter and I can go in and send you another link, or we'll fix that out there. But send me a direct message if you have any issues with any of your digital downloads for that. And I hope that you're enjoying using them. I haven't had a chance to sit down and run a game for it yet, so I'm just plotting to get a game together to play. But I've had lots of comments from people that have already started playing it, so I'm glad you're all enjoying that. So really excited about that. But yeah, that'll be in the new year, so looking to be at warehouses in February of next year, and every month I'll do a monthly update on the Kickstarter page to let you know what's going on. But right now we're in manufacturing phase, getting all the files ready to approve, to check everything's correct before we start the mass production big print run. But yeah. Also, since I last saw you, last month we were also running a Kickstarter campaign, High Level Adventures, which is a book for adventures levels 10 to 16. And I love this book. It contains an adventure I love, which is the River Styx, which is a scalable adventure that goes up to level 16, which is if you have a TPK, your whole party dies. It's an adventure where they're in the underworld and they can do like an adventure to come back to life and earn their life back. And I love having this in my back pocket for any campaign, just because in case I accidentally kill everyone, it doesn't have to be the end of the campaign. I can just be like, oh, here you go. And it gives you a good like reason narratively and also mechanically so that you can get the story back on track. So that's one of the adventures I love here. Anyway, so we've done that campaign. It's been fulfilled. So if you're a backer, thank you very much. You have your PDF copies. And your physical copies have been sent out. I think they've arrived with some people already, but you'll certainly have your tracking if not physically with you yet. So that one is done and dusted and out the door. If you're used to our quick starters, you know we have a really good quick turnaround on them. So really pleased with how those are going. And we have a few more of those coming out over the next year that we've got planned. But before then, I have some more bigger and exciting stuff that's happening. This is stuff you'll probably have heard of from me before, so nothing going to be too shocking and new. But Split the Hoard, our first ever board game from EM Publishing. I am so excited about this. So my background is in board games as well as tabletop RPGs. So I used to own a board game cafe, so I used to spend 2 years running the cafe and teaching people games, and yeah, had like 700 different board games that had to potentially roughly know the rules for to try and teach people on the fly. So board games were a huge part of my life then. They still are. And so yeah, this is the first one that I've been like publishing, seeing through, and I'm really excited for it. And it's been different to publishing tabletop RPGs. In the podcast episode I'm doing with Russ this week, it's coming out on Saturday, we talk about that in a little bit more detail, the difference between publishing, designing RPGs opposed to board games, because it's a slightly different, it's a different thing really. But we talk about that a bit more on the podcast on Saturday, so you can tune in and listen to that if that sounds of interest to you. But yeah, it's launching next week on Tuesday. I'm so excited about it. If you are at all interested, you can be on Kickstarter. I'll put the link in the chat so you can be notified the minute we go live. I would love your support on this, because like I said, this is our first ever board game, so I feel a little bit like, I mean, anytime a Kickstarter we do, I always feel a bit nervous, excited about it, because you're putting an idea out there, and yeah. But this one, I know it's our first one, so I feel a little bit more, I don't know. Anyway, also we recently on EM World did an article with the creator Mark Kenobi. Yes, Kenobi is like Star Warsy surname. fun. Anyway, so we did an interview with him about that. So he talks about like, the design process and things, and I put the link in the chat for that. So that's linked there. But if you go to emworld.org, you should be able to search and find it there. Oh, sorry, something startled me. It was just my dog sat on my foot, and I didn't realize he was there, and it terrified me. Hello. But yeah, so we did an article there, so we do more details about that. If you want to try out the game, we have the version of it on Tabletopia, which is like a free virtual online tabletop platform. I will say for me using this, I find it a little, I'll put the link up on the screen. I find it a little fiddly using things like Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia with card games, just because I'm not very good at using them. You can see the gameplay of it. We played through on Tabletop Simulator last month on the monthly update. This version's on Tabletopia, just because Tabletopia is free. Tabletop Simulator you have to pay to get, and I didn't want to have that barrier in place for anyone. But yeah, it's there. You can try it out. The rule books are linked in there. The rule book is still like in flux, as you can see a note at the bottom. So it's still kind of in a Google document format, because we're still editing and tweaking it as we go before we get to print. But yeah, you can play the game and try it out and see if you like it. The print and play version we're making available for just £5. And we're doing it the same that we do with all the publishing. You know how we normally make the PDF available the day the Kickstarter ends? We're doing that with this, with the print and play version. So the day the Kickstarter ends, you can have the print and play file ready to go. And that'll be whether you go for the pledge tier that's just the print and play, or if you get the full copy of the game, which is just £15, which is just, I think that's 19 something US dollars. So it's less than $20 for the full game. And that comes with more beefed up components to this card. So you've got like a privacy screen, and you've got player boards and stuff like that. So you've got more stuff going on in the box there. But yeah, you'll also get the print and play version for free, because obviously we won't start shipping the game until spring of next year, because we're doing the manufacturing for that. But yeah, I'm so excited to see this become a thing. If you've been at Aircon or at the UK Games Expo, you might have played a prototype version of it, and it's come on so much, and the game is so much more like colourful and fun now than it was before. So we're using the colours to communicate like the set collection parts of the games. But yeah, so I'm really proud of this game and how it's come on. I think Mark Kenobi's done a really great job with the design. I think Francita, who's our graphic designer, did a really good job with the laying out and the graphics on it, and Umut Komak, who commissioned all the art. I just think it's a really pretty gorgeous game with loads of artwork, and I hope you'll really enjoy it. Like I say, try it out on Tabletopia. Links are in the chat, and it's going live on Kickstarter next week, so give it a follow on there. And it'd be great if you could give it a follow, because that helps other people see it as well that might be interested as well. Oh, and also excitingly this week, we sent out some early like print and play card versions to different reviewers and stuff, board game reviewers, and we started getting some videos through, and it's really nice. And we've got the Dice Tower doing a preview on it as well, and lots of other people. I'll put them on the page so you can have a look on the Kickstarter page when it's up there. But yeah, it's just been really exciting to have it be out there and people playing it and liking it, which is nice. So that's Split the Hoard. So that's this week, and then the next thing after Split the Hoard is something I know a lot of people are excited about. It is the Monstrous Menagerie 2. It is more of what you love. It's more monsters, although we've got some cool new features and things on there, and you can read all about that on the Kickstarter page, because the pre-launch page is up with more details on it, so you can have a look. Click that to be notified when it goes live as well. That'll be happening after Split the Hoard, and once we finish the fulfillment for the Planestrider Journal. So once that's tidied away, we'll move on to doing this. And yeah, so at the moment we have made sure that it's compatible, of course, with Level Up Advanced 5th Edition, because that's what it's designed for, but you can use it with your D&D 5e, and that's the 2014 and the 2024 edition. We're trying to think of a way to say that. Are we saying 5 and 5.5? I don't know what the official term is, but anyway, whichever version of D&D you're using, you could pop these monsters into your campaign and it'll work. The pre-launch page is up, so go take a look there, and we'll notify you when it launches, and that'll be the next thing after Split the Hoard happening. and this I'm really excited for. A really fun little thing that we've added new in this is the monsters all have, because you know how we have tables for like behaviors, what they're doing when you like find them, and there's also lore so that your party can roll to see if they have any knowledge or remember anything about them and their behaviors. We've now got false rumors, so if you roll badly, there's a load of false rumors that your GM can be like, yeah, you totally know this about them. That's definitely a thing. And it's just a chart of them there. And I just thought that was really fun. Because, yeah, how fun is that? But anyway, so there's new kind of stuff in here. So go take a look on the pre-launch page. It'll give you some more details about that. Over the next couple of months, we'll also be putting some previews out. So maybe some examples of some of the monsters and the creatures that are in the book. But yeah, again, hope you're really excited for that, because we're really excited for this book as well. And that's the main big things this year. Oh no, wait, also Level Up Gateway, also that is happening. So we're doing monthly development updates on the Level Up website, so you can find that at levelup5e.com in the news section. So if you're wanting more detail on Level Up Gateway, this of course is our online character builder, which will look a lot like this picture to this side here of me. And it pretty much the idea is that so many people use D&D Beyond to create their character sheet because it's just quick and it's easy, and we want you to have that for Level Up A5e, because I know there's a lot of GMs that want to introduce it to their table, but that's being a barrier for some players. So this will be exactly that. So you can build your character, it works out and calculates all the things for you. Like if you put on weapons or armor, it calculates all the stats again for you. If you have particular feats or abilities that affect different stats, and it'll do all that for you. So it just works really nicely. It's got like dice rollers in there, so if you're used to that, so if you're playing online and don't bring your dice to you, that's there too. So I'm so excited about this, because it really is beyond my expectations of what I thought we were going to be able to achieve with this. Because obviously in an ideal world, I was like, well, we'd have something like D&D Beyond, because like that's the level that people are used to. But we are like, D&D Beyond was sold for like millions, and is a big company thing. And at EM Publishing, it's like there's 2.5 full-time employees working for us, and then like an army of freelancers we have. So we're just not that scale. But yeah, I've been really impressed with how this looks and how it all works. It feels really intuitive to me, and I think I'm so excited for it. So the plan at the moment, where are we with this? So the monthly updates are being done on the site, so you can see where we are. But the plan is to get this to everything built to up to level 5 completely, and then we're going to put it out for beta testing to the original Level Up backers. So if you're one of the original 6,000 Level Up backers, you will get a chance to I'm just answering this question now. I've just seen your question, Adam. But yes, so the plan is on the way to get that done, and we're hoping it'll be this year. I'm waiting for an estimate, a more confirmed estimate, but the idea is we want to get everything built up to level 5 and then set it out for people to test. So you'll be able to build characters level 0 to 5, and we'll give it out to all the original Level Up backers. So you can try it out and try and break it for us. Find out where all the weird things are, because as you know, with Level Up, there's so much detail and intricacies. So we'll be doing that. But all the details on the more detailed information on where we are development-wise is on the Level Up 5e news site. So if you go on there each month, you'll find an update what we're doing. There is also a newsletter you can sign up for, so you can be emailed about it if you want, or you can just go to the site and have a look. But yeah, so we're hoping for it to be end of this year, but I'm waiting for more specific deadline. As soon as I have that date, I will share it, because I am also excited to play around with it myself. But yeah, so we'll have those backers being able to try it out. I think combat maneuvers were all being done last I spoke to, because the adept class was being done at level 5, and that really stress test building all the combat maneuvers. But yeah, so check out the development updates on Level Up 5e, and we'll let you know in more detail. We're hoping we'll get the testing in for this year, so hopefully that answers your question. And that is the main news I have for this year. So big things coming along. So we've got Gateway coming along, Monstrous Menagerie 2, and Split the Hoard game. So they're the big things that are keeping us busy, and also getting the print run of Void Runner's Codex done, and getting the Planestrider's Journal out the door and into your hands. that's things we're working on at the moment. So yeah, that's the big news I have for you. I don't see many more questions in the chat, so I might end the stream at this point, so a little bit early, just because that's all the information I have for you this month. I'd really love it if you could check out Split the Hoard on Kickstarter and also on Tabletopia for next week. That would be so great. But other than that, I think that's all for this month. So if you have any other questions that I haven't covered or you're watching this later, you can send us an email to admin@empublishingrpg.co.uk, or if you go to levelup5e.com or empublishingrpg.com, you might be able to find links to answer the questions that you have. But as always, feel free to just send me an email and we'll take a look and get back to you. But for this month, I believe that's all. I will catch you later. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.